Tonight we report on more details released in Sunday's shooting in Moses Lake, and we take a look at the Royal City High School robotics program. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Quincy boys placed 6th at regionals, and Wharton boys basketball is still alive in postseason play. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone. A little bit of cloud cover entering our area, but no precipitation is expected with above average temperatures. I'll have more details for you in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on Ifiber One News.
From the Ifiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is Ifiber One News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is Ifiber One News, and it starts now.
Argamiro Flores was identified as the suspect in Sunday's shooting in Moses Lake that left 2 injured. Flores, a 21-year-old Moses Lake resident, was arrested on attempted murder and possession of a stolen firearm Sunday afternoon. According to Moses Lake Police, Flores was reportedly riding his bike in the area of Broadway Avenue and Alder Street when the 2 victims, driving a silver Chrysler 300, began following Flores and another person on a bike and began yelling at Flores. The 2 victims reportedly made a U-turn on Stratford Road, got out of their car, and began fighting with the other person on a bike. Flores allegedly rode his bike to the middle of Stratford Road when the 2 victims began to return to their car. Flores, armed with a stolen pistol, allegedly approached the 30-year-old victim and fired 2 rounds, hitting the victim in the throat. Police say Flores then followed the second victim around the car and shot him in the hip. Royal City residents had the chance to meet famous robotics team members from Arizona who starred in the documentary film Underwater Dreams. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Royal City residents lined up for autographs and photos with famous Carl Hayden High School robotics team members who starred in the documentary film Underwater Dreams. The Underwater Dreams team visited Royal City last week and were warmly received as Latino cultural heroes. The ragtag 2004 robotics team from Phoenix, Arizona defeated several prestigious college teams in the Marine Advanced Technology Education Center's annual International Remotely Operated Underwater Vehicle competition. Underwater Dreams stars Luis Aranda, Oscar Vasquez, and Lorenzo Santillan were joined by 2008 Carl Hayden robotics team member Ingrid Tay, who also appeared in the movie and today is a mechanical engineer. All children of undocumented Mexican migrant workers, they answered questions from an audience of more than 300 who watched Underwater Dreams in Spanish at Royal City High School's gymnasium. Royal City High School teacher Eric Carlson raised more than $8,000 from businesses, the parent-teacher organization, and Royal Boosters to bring the 4 to the high school. Carlson said he believes the Underwater Dreams team was viewed as cultural heroes by many in Royal City. He hopes the team's visit will inspire Royal City students.
I'm hoping that we'll get a spark going here tonight that will, some people say, hey, they can do it, we can do it. Let's see what Royal City can be known for. Make Royal City a robotics powerhouse. Or, it doesn't have to be robotics. It's ultimately about, excellence, pursuing something and being passionate about it and not just dinking away your life with text and cell phone games and things like that.
Lorenzo Santillan said he was thrilled by the turnout to see the movie and hear them speak.
I heard the population was like 2,000 people. We got about, a fourth of them here today. And it's really exciting. I mean, it feels like it's our family,
I'm Jeff Chu for Ifiber One News.
Angus Lee's attorney argues the former prosecutor did not violate ethical rules by asking a deputy prosecutor to review 3 cases in 2009. Leland Ripley submitted his written closing statement to the Washington State Bar Association hearing officer, stating Lee's ability to represent the state of Washington wasn't affected by the police reports involving a former employee and a district court judge. The Bar Association's Office of Disciplinary Counsel alleges Lee violated the rules about conflict of interest when he asked former Deputy Prosecutor Albert Lynn to review 3 files and recommend whether to file charges. At the time, Lee and Lynn were involved in an election for the position. Ripley stated that the hearing testimony and evidence demonstrates that the charges are without merit and brought entirely because of misinformation provided by Lynn for Lynn's political and financial gain. He said that while Lynn was crying foul to the public, Lynn is the one who provided false information to the public and state bar. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.